Hi there. I want to speak today about chemical stress, and I want to speak about how to remove chemical stress from your life and therefore how to reduce and eliminate blockages that stored in our body. And so my name is Carli. I'm the founder of the Spinal Flow Technique, and I train practitioners how to use the Spinal Flow Technique to help many people heal, but I also speak to people that are on their own self-healing journey. So today's video is for you if you are wanting to move towards greater health and healing for yourself, or you're a practitioner that coaches other people to heal themselves. Then please share this to your clients as well, because you know what, healing is a partnership. Healing's about you as a practitioner helping people heal, but also what can people do at home. And so stressors in our lives, we have so much stress in our life. We have physical, chemical, and emotional stress that is getting loaded in our system. If we're not able to process stress, what happens is it stores in our bodies as a blockage, specifically as a spinal blockage. When there are spinal blockages in our bodies, in our spines, it interferes with pathways. The pathways that the messages from the brain come down the spinal cord, come out of the spinal column through the nerves to every organ, cell, tissue of the body. So when there are spinal blockages, what happens is that pathway or that message to the organs, cells, muscles, tissues gets interfered with, gets interrupted. There's three causes of spinal blockages: physical stress, chemical stress, and emotional stress. And the stress that I'm talking about right now on this video is chemical stress. Chemical stress is the stuff that's coming in that can't be processed. Chemical stress can be from our foods that we eat, it can be from our environment, it can be prescription drugs, prescription drugs. It's the stuff in the body that our body doesn't recognize as food. If it doesn't grow on a tree, it's not coming out of the soil, it's possibly not food. How you can tell if something's food or not is what's on a label. Like, food generally doesn't have a label. It doesn't have all the things next to it of what's in it. As soon as you see numbers and big words, often that means it's not food. So what we need to do is we need to be looking at how can we keep our bodies free of chemical stress. How we can do that is by putting good stuff in and eliminating anything in our world that is actually storing as chemical stress. So today what we want to look at is we want to identify any chemical stress that you have in your world. So if you have chemical stress in your world right now, and that might be, you're drinking heaps of cups of coffee, you've got different types of, drugs that are coming in, you might be having, sugars or artificial sweeteners or alcohol or cigarettes or something that in your world that your body doesn't recognize as food, and it's storing of stress. Maybe you are feeling like, you're going to start to decrease it, because together, my job is to help you on your path to health and healing. On your path to health and healing, we want to look at what can you do at home. The more you can do at home and for your own healing, the quicker and faster you're going to move towards greater health. So if you can think about right now, what is it in my world that could be creating stress in my body, and what am I willing to eliminate or reduce? Let's think about that now, and let's just commit to three things. Like, what are three things that you can either eliminate, chemical toxins or chemical stress that you can eliminate, or you could add? So have a think about right now. You might, if you're drinking 5 cups of coffee, you might say, I'm going to go to 2. If you're drinking 2, maybe you go to 1. If you're putting artificial sweeteners in or having, the Diet Cokes and those type of drinks, you might want to go to natural mineral water. They're things that you might want to reduce or eliminate. You might want to say, I'm cutting out sugar, and instead I'm going to go to, natural sugars. I'm going to go to fruits, or I'm going to go to having desserts that are whole foods, real type of food. You might choose that's what you're going to do. Or you might choose you want to add, like maybe if you're not drinking water, you might say, I'm going to drink more water to, flood my body with water. Or you're going to add more nutrients, more fruits, more vegetables, more whole food, more organic. I don't mind what it is, but I'd love a commitment of 3. Like, what are 3 things that you're prepared to do this week to move you towards greater health and healing? What's fun with our community is that we do it together. Like, together we make each other accountable of, let's do this together. What can we do? What can we do to create more health, more healing, more nourishment in our body, and less toxins? So if you're watching this right now, I'd love you to share in the comments what you're going to do this week. What's your commitment? 3 things that you're going to either add nourishment, flood your body with water, whatever that is, or any type of chemicals that you want to reduce. It might be from your bathroom, it might be from your house, it might be from the environment. What is it that you're actually saying, yes, I can do that? Start with something that's easy. We don't need to start with the hardest thing ever. Start with what's easy. I know for myself, for me, this week, I'm going no sugar. I'm going no gluten, and I'm going no dairy. That's my choice. I'm not saying that's right. You create your own food plan, but for me, that's what feels good this week. So that's my commitment to you guys. I'm going no sugar, no gluten, no dairy, because I know for myself it makes me feel better. For you, you choose what that is. It might be alcohol, it might be sugar, it might be, I'm changing some bathroom products. There's no rules about this. A lot of what I teach and how I coach my clients is I'm not here to make rules for you at all. I'm here for you to understand your own body, decide what your body needs, and create a formula that works well. Something works well in your life when it gives you more energy and you feel better and you jump out of bed and you're like, you know what, I feel good. That's what I want for you. For me, it took time. It took time for me to understand my food patterns and understand what I liked, what my body liked, and what made me feel good. I've done a lot of different diets or food plans. I've gone anywhere from vegan, vegetarian, all the way to high protein. I've gone from fasting, full juice fast, water fast, intermittent fasting, to 6 meals a day. I've done food combining, I've done paleo, I've done blood type, I've done every single program, and I can tell you right now that there's parts of every single one that I love. I actually love parts of all of them. And when I read the philosophy and I read more about them, I think, that makes sense. I like that, that makes sense. And I got to a stage for myself that everything made sense, and a lot of it was completely contradictory to the other ones. So I realized for myself that there's many different philosophies out there, and actually they've all got merit. So what I realized was, rather than saying, hey, that's right, and my people should do this, I don't do that at all anymore. I say, find your flavor. Find how you want to eat. Find how you want to nourish your body. Find what works for you. Find if you're a faster and you love intermittent fasting, or find out if you're actually someone that needs to wake up and eat breakfast. There are no wrongs or rights. But listen to your body. Watch your body. Watch for your energy levels. Watch how you feel. That's the way we learn. We learn that a food plan and nourishment is right to us based on what our body does. And that's what I teach Spinal Flow practitioners to do as well. I teach them to not tell people, not tell their clients they should eat this or do that, to actually say, you know what, create your plan and let's assess your body. Let's have a feel in your body. If I feel that there's more stress, I'm going to say, hey, what's going on? What have you put in? But if your body's decreasing layers of chemical stress, if your body's moving towards health and more movement and greater flexibility in your spine, then what they're doing is working. So it's a really nice way to choose a story or a food plan or a nourishment way that serves you. I like to do that in all aspects of your life. I'd love you to design a life that you love. In a way, it's kind of like, let's forget everything that everyone's told us. Let's start with monitoring your body, how you feel, what's happening for you, and each day take a stock take. How am I feeling right now? How much stress is in my world? Do I feel like I'm moving towards greater health? Great, keep doing what you're doing. If you feel like you're moving towards less health, stop and do something different. So today, one of our steps to moving towards greater health and healing is to choose 3 things. 3 things that you're either going to eliminate, chemical stress that you're going to eliminate from your life, or what you want to add to create more nourishment. Write them down in the comment button of this video so I can read them and see it, to know that you're accountable. Once I've seen it and I can see what you're committing to, I can hold you accountable too. If you're saying that you're going to do it, let's do it. Your health is important. Your life is important. How you wake up in the morning is super important to me, and I imagine to you as well. So together, let's make a choice to get well, to heal our bodies and to feel better. Because you know what? I know that your body's incredible. I know that you have a healing intelligence inside your body that wants to move your body towards healing, and we can help it by reducing or eliminating the stress in our lives. Write down in your comments what you commit to this week so I can see it, and together let's move towards greater health and healing.